If I could only read 4 non-fiction books in 2023, it would be these. The first is Antifragile by Nassim Taleb. It's a book about the philosophy of risk, uncertainty and making decisions. He comes from an options trading background and has spent 20 years studying risk and statistics. He's a professor at some prestigious universities and he's an advisor to an investment fund. This book will undo a lot of what you learned at school. It gives a good overview on why the finance industry is garbage, and he constantly goes out of his way to insult economists. He's quite funny in this regard, and he's somebody that rarely holds back from slander if you look at his Twitter. He explains his philosophy using maths concepts, but you don't need more than a 5th year high school understanding of maths to understand the book. The reason why I recommend this book is because no matter what you do, this is applicable, since everything you do is basically a risk. It talks about statistical biases and rules and heuristics you can use, such as the Lundy effect and the 80-20 principle optionality. The next book is Influence by Robert Cialdini. This book gives a detailed overview of some of the most important factors in influence and persuasion. Quite a long read, but it's still easy to understand. Influence is an extremely high leverage skill because you can convince other people to do things for you, so it's applicable whether you're in business or if you're not. He also provides defenses against being influenced by salespeople, etc. This is the type of book I'd actually study. When I was reading it, I would use the Feynman method to write on a piece of paper what I remembered from the previous day's read. The next book is The War of Art by Pressfield. This is a really great read. It's a very short read, but it's very rereadable. It's about the pursuit of art and creativity, although it's not strictly speaking about being an artist. The language is quite poetic, and this is the type of book that you read when you stumble on writer's block, or you can't come up with ideas, or you're facing resistance. It talks about the creative process and the occupation of being a creator. Final book is Essentialism by McKeowan. The reason I put this book in the list is because from the content that I've consumed of many successful business people, entrepreneurs and creators, this is the number one thing they say that they made the mistake on, is not focusing on one opportunity. And the book is highly relevant in today's world because not only are you bombarded with a load of shit and junk information, even when you get successful, you're going to be bombarded with offers and opportunities that you have to say no to because you can't have everything. This book also uses real world examples on how to apply essentialism, and it provides strategies for saying no and setting boundaries. The drawback of the book is it can be repetitive at times, but that's because the book itself is essentialist, meaning that the core message of the book is what most of the book is about, because if it wasn't, then it would be a contradiction. That's it for this video, and see you on the next one.